Welcome, everyone, to the Coinbureau podcast. Did that sound a bit too excited? Did that sound too intense? Or a bit too laid back?
It sounded just fine.
Okay, I see.
Welcome!
Welcome, everyone, to the Coinbureau podcast.
Good evening.
Yeah. Good evening and welcome to the Coinbureau podcast.
Hi.
I am your host, Guy, and this is my friend...
Insane Mad Mooch.
Insane Mad Mooch. Lovely to have you here, Insane Mad Mooch. Welcome, everyone, to the Coinbureau podcast. My name is Guy.
My name is Mad Mike Mooch.
And today we are recording from a basement cell at MI5 headquarters here in London.
Yes.
It's good to still be in London.
Yes.
Last week we recorded our episode from a party at number 10 Downing Street that we'd managed to wangle an invitation to. And that didn't go too well. The aftermath of that has meant that we're unfortunately residing at Her Majesty's pleasure.
Listen, I brought the party supplies. I didn't know that those weren't the party supplies that they wanted to be supplied with.
It was frowned upon.
No.
They did not take it well, did they?
No.
Apparently, doing that sort of thing in the seat of power for the United Kingdom is just not on.
No.
Yeah. So it's been a kind of tough few days. Sitting here in the dark. They did allow us our recording equipment, which I think was probably...
Well, I actually smuggled these mics in.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How
So
did
don't
you do
get
that?
too close.
Yeah. Thought they smelled a bit funny. Okay, let's move swiftly on. We have been talking for the last few episodes about Bitcoin, and if the listeners have been keeping up to date with that, they should know all about the granddaddy of all cryptocurrencies, the original and many would say the best. So we're starting to delve deeper into crypto now, but before we do that, I thought it would be a good idea to do an episode where we explain some of the terms, some of the jargon, basically, that people will encounter when they enter the cryptoverse.
Cryptoverse. Is that one of the...
There's a bit right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that needs much explaining. It's a compound of cryptocurrency and universe. So
why did you explain it?
I don't know. Why did I waste that precious airtime?
It doesn't really need much explaining.
Yeah.
Let me explain.
Treating our listeners like idiots, basically. I do apologise, listeners. So, yeah, as you delve deeper into crypto, into the cryptoverse, you're going to come across, it has its own language, like anything really. It has its own turns of phrase, its own little quirks, its own slang, exactly. And to an outsider, I think to someone coming to it fresh, it can all be a bit confusing. I mean, some of it, let's face it, is self-explanatory. It's the sort of thing you can pick up.
Cryptoverse.
Like cryptoverse. Thank you for reminding me of that.
Right, come on, educate me.
Okay, let's start with the big one. Okay, the one that you're going to see all the time in crypto, and that is good old HODL.
HODL.
You've heard this before, haven't
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, it's an acronym, or it's evolved into an acronym. It stands for Hold On for Dear Life.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought it was just a misspell that kind of got popularized, and then people like spell it wrong on purpose. I thought it was just hold.
You're right.
Oh, it is?
You're right. You've basically nailed another field goal there.
2 and 2.
Yeah.
It's unstoppable.
So it's one of these weird things. It's kind of
So it's not hold on for dear life. It's just
come to sort of stand for that. But actually, it started off on the Bitcoin Talk forum in a post from December 2013. Okay, so a user called GameCube. Yeah, he wrote a post. It was kind of long and kind of rambling, and it was titled "I am hodling." Okay, and it turns out that he'd meant to say, obviously, I am holding. But Bitcoin was going through a bit of a dip around that point. The price had kind of crashed a bit. So a lot of people were a little disconcerted, you might say. So he apparently, I think according to the post, he'd had a bit of scotch and his girlfriend had gone out to a lesbian bar. And he just decided, this is all in the post.
He was holding on to that relationship.
Yeah, I mean, things weren't going great.
No.
The price of a Bitcoin had gone down. His girlfriend was quite clearly...
His alcohol usage had gone up.
Yeah, and his girlfriend was quite clearly looking elsewhere, by the sound of it. So, the post was, I am hodling, and basically that became a meme.
Yeah.
And here we are. And yeah, somewhere along the way, people attached this, made it into an acronym. And that is kind of what it stands for. Hold on for dear life. And you use HODL. I mean, HODL.
Well, there's no for in that.
Yes, but I mean, you can
HODL.
do HODL. Well, that doesn't sound nearly as good. That's the thing. That's the deal with acronyms. You can take out sort of little prepositions and stuff to make it flow better. Yeah, you don't have to use every single one, as we will see.
Okay.
But yeah, HODL has basically come to mean exactly that. Hold on. So if the market is dipping, HODL. When everything's going well, HODL. Just keep calm and HODL on, as we say. And it just it means sort of holding in the face of whatever the market throws at you. And so you have hodlers.
Yeah.
You might see phrases like, I'm going to hodl Bitcoin until it reaches 100K. He's a seasoned hodler. Hodl to the moon. Yeah, it's fairly self-explanatory, but I think probably it's the most...
Hodl on 1 second.
just hodl your horses.
Yeah.
It's probably the most popular bit of crypto jargon. It's one of the few that's kind of really unique to crypto, I think, and that's what makes it. That's why it's kind of first on the list, because it originated on this forum. Nobody had really said it before, as far as we know. I mean, that typo, I'm sure, has been made, but yeah, it's perhaps the most crypto-specific bit of jargon, the most crypto-specific meme of them all. Paper hands are the people who sell when the going gets tough.
Oh, the non-hodlers.
The non-hodlers, yeah, people who can't hodl.
Why paper?
I guess it's just flimsy, weak. Because we'll see there's a counterpoint. There's a counterpoint term to it, which kind of sets it up nicely. But yeah, paper hands, they just fold. I guess they fold.
Fold, yeah.
Yeah. So the price goes down.
Origami fingers. Not as...
Origami.
Doesn't roll off the tongue quite.
No, paper hands is a bit more succinct, I think. So yeah, the price goes down. Bitcoin takes a dip. Crypto goes down or whatever. The paper hands are the ones who kind of panic and think, oh, I better sell before it goes to zero or whatever, before it loses. Whereas the hodlers are just like,
maybe I'll buy in the dip.
Exactly. Oh, Joe, you're jumping the gun there.
Oh, sorry.
But that is another field goal. I'll give you that. You're just all over it today, aren't you? So the opposite of paper hands is, what do you reckon it is?
I know it.
You know it?
Yeah.
Okay, well, fire away.
Diamond hands.
Diamond hands.
Diamond hands.
Yeah. Also known as hodlers, if you like. Yeah. However bad the news is, the diamond hands don't sell. They are solid.
No.
Nothing is going to break them. And you could say, here's another little bit of jargon, and nicely queued up by that, diamond hands can be said to be holding on to their sats. Have you come across this term before?
Sats. No.
Okay, good. Wiped that smug look off your face. So every Bitcoin is made up of 100
Oh, these are the
million.
cents?
Yeah, basically.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I'll give you half a point for that.
Give me half a sat.
Interrupting me as I...
Sorry. So not one whole Bitcoin, but a point something, something, something.
Yes, every Bitcoin is made up of 100 million Satoshis. Satoshi.
Oh, okay. From Nakatomo.
Nakatomo.
Oh,
We're getting...
I've actually forgotten it again.
You have. So, yes, Satoshi's obviously named after Satoshi Nakamoto, the inventor of Bitcoin. And, yeah, so 100 million Satoshis, so it's a bit more than 100 cents or 100 pence or whatever. But that's what makes it possible to hold 0.0000001 Bitcoin, for instance. So these little units of Bitcoin are called Satoshis, or more commonly, sats. And at today's prices, of course, most of us can't afford to hold one whole Bitcoin. So we have sats instead, and you'll often hear about people stacking sats. And that is basically slowly accumulating, ideally Bitcoin, in that other coins, are divided
what's
into...
Ethereum's...
Gwei.
Gwei.
Gwei. I will go into that when we talk about Ethereum, but that's one of those tangents that I could go off.
Yeah.
Another popular term unique to cryptocurrency is not your keys, not your crypto. Have you heard this one before?
Mm-mm.
So this is something we'll cover in more. We talked about it really when we talked about blockchain, but the short definition is that to fully control access to any cryptocurrency you hold, you need to have both the public
Private and
private key. Yeah. So
But I don't hear this a lot.
no.
No, I don't hear not your keys, not your crypto.
Yeah.
I've never really heard that.
Maybe you don't.
I mean, I understand that you shouldn't give out your private key
Yeah.
because it's private.
Exactly. Well, perhaps you don't spend enough time on crypto Twitter.
I think I spend more than enough time not on crypto.
Yeah.
I don't need to be on crypto Twitter.
Yeah, you don't want to spend too long on crypto Twitter. That is for sure.
Not your keys. So what was the people just giving out their private keys and then crypto communities being very sensitive and gone, well, it's not your keys, not your crypto.
I mean, that does happen. You do get phishing attacks and things like that, trying to get people's private keys. Because obviously, as you'll know, you have your public key, which is a publicly viewable address that people can send crypto to, whatever crypto it is there. And also, the private key, which is the really important one. And in order to send crypto out of your wallet, out of your public key, you need the private key, which is cryptographically generated and super secure unless you give it away. So, you'll often come across phishing attacks where people try and trick people into giving out their private keys. But really, this phrase, this kind of mantra, if you like, not your keys, not your crypto, or not your keys, not your coins sometimes, this more generally refers to the fact that a lot of people hold their crypto on an exchange.
Oh.
So usually the exchange that you bought it from. So let's say you buy some Bitcoin on Coinbase. Most people will just leave it sitting there. Now that's fine to an extent. I mean, exchange security has got a lot better. You remember we talked about Mt. Gox. Things have improved dramatically since then, as is hardly surprising because that wasn't a sustainable business model at all. But the problem is that when you hold your crypto on an exchange, the exchange is the one that is holding the private keys. So hardcore crypto hodlers will say, if not your keys, not your crypto. So although you think you own the crypto, really you don't control it. You don't have ultimate control over it because the exchange has the private keys. And what you're doing is that you essentially have an IOU from that exchange sitting on your exchange account. Bitcoin as a swarm of cyber hornets serving the goddess of wisdom, feeding on the fire of truth, exponentially growing ever smarter, faster and stronger behind a wall of encrypted energy. Any more questions?
Laser eyes.
People ask, I'm always getting asked to sort of explain Bitcoin or explain crypto
in one sentence.
Yeah, in one sentence. And I think perhaps I should just start saying that. Yeah, think of it as a kind of swarm of cyber hornets serving the goddess of wisdom.
Oh, when you say it like that.
Wow, cyber hornets. I got you serving the goddess of wisdom.
Why are you staring at my crotch? Laser eye.
Yeah, cyber hornets. Watch this space. The technology of the future.
Cyber hornets, goddess of what?
Wisdom. Feeding on the fire of truth, exponentially growing ever smarter, faster and stronger behind a wall of encrypted energy.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense, doesn't it? Laser eyes, I think, are a really good example of the power of memes.
Yeah. It's crazy how memes
on.
just can start movements.
Yeah, how they catch on and how just I mean, a lot of people, you don't even need them explained, do you? It's just like,
no.
I get it. Laser eyes.
I mean, I say no, but yeah, we just explained laser eyes and I didn't know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I did need them explained it.
Not everyone's as slow on the uptake as you are, Mike.
No.
And here's an example. I mean, Elon Musk added laser eyes to his profile pic, which he said was just for a day. This was back in 2021, I think. And when he did that, the price of Bitcoin jumped over $6,000.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's the power of a meme. We're getting into acronym territory now. FUD. Any idea what FUD might be?
No.
Well, thanks for keeping us in suspense.
Federal. Oh.
No, you're wrong.
No. You just gave me a look.
I wanted to lead you on. I wanted to lead you on into saying something really stupid. Federal Underpants Directive? Yeah, that's it, isn't it? It's the Federal Underpants Directive.
Financial?
No. Fear is the first word.
Fear under pants. It's not fear. Fear of? What is it? Just tell me.
Fear, uncertainty, and doubt.
Okay.
FUD. This tends to refer to any news put out, most often in mainstream media.
Propaganda.
Yeah, it's if you see a negative story about crypto, for instance, one of these ones, crypto is a bubble like tulips, or Bitcoin dips and is dead, or all this sort of stuff. That is FUD, or that's what the crypto community will quickly label as
Fuddy-duddies.
Fear, uncertainty, and doubt. You're spreading FUD. The Wikipedia definition of FUD is generally a strategy to influence perception by disseminating negative and dubious or false information, and a manifestation of the appeal to fear. Does that make sense? I think that's kind of unnecessarily wordy, isn't it? Yeah, basically putting out
lies.
Basically putting out lies, spreading misinformation. And
not true. That's not true.
I always feel, I don't know why, that YOLO should be said in a kind of Californian valley.
YOLO.
Yeah, valley girl accent. YOLO.
YOLO.
Oh my God, just
Oh,
YOLO.
let's go get some Frozo. YOLO. Froyo?
Froyo.
Froyo YOLO.
YOLO. Let's go get some Froyo because, YOLO. And I've got FOMO.
Yeah.
So closely related to FOMO, and again, an unwise foundation for any investment strategy. Basically YOLOing in, going, well, let's just do it anyway. Let's see what happens. As I understand it, it's to throw a lot of money at a crypto without really doing much research into it.
I YOLO'd in.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Did you YOLO or FOMO?
A bit of both.
Okay.
Because,
a dual prong investment strategy.
yeah.
Both YOLO, both FOMO and YOLO. Yeah.
I did a bit of research, but I mean, I didn't know what half of it.
You're kind of a YOLO type of person.
Yeah.
I think. I mean,
So YOLO every now and again, but like only YOLO with what you're
can afford to
comfortable
lose.
to
never see again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess so. I mean, in a
Don't
way,
have FOLO, fear is losing out.
just YOLO. Yeah, I use this a lot because it's really important. If you're going to invest any money into something, you need to satisfy yourself that it's worth doing. So you need to do your own research, and you'll see this acronym pop up all the time. I mean, we're about crypto education, so we do a lot of research, and we present that research for people to use as part of their own research strategy. So I never say, look, this video or this podcast is going to tell you everything you need to know. It helps you. It should be a part of your own overall research. So DYOR. Now, there's one more pair of acronyms that I want to quickly touch on before we move on. And this is WAGMI and NGMI, or you might say NGMI. Heard of these ones?
WAGMI.
Yeah, WAGMI. And NGMI.
NGMI.
Yeah.
No.
No, these are quite new. These have only been sort of on the crypto scene for, well, since about 2020, so not all that long. It stands for WAGMI, is we're all going to make it.
Oh.
What were you thinking?
Nothing.
Keep that thought to yourself. And NGMI is not going to make it.
Okay.
So apparently...
We're not gonna make it.
Is that a real song?
Yeah, it's the Americans, Presidents of the United States of America.
Okay.
Again, showing my age there.
Yeah, that sounds pretty...
Really good song. Really good album.
Is it called We're Not Going to Make It?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's about them as a band not going to make it. Because it's the band. Shall I play it for you? No.
Okay, so that's we've looked at most of the common acronyms you'll find in crypto, but there are a few other terms that are worth being aware of, and some of these concern the types of cryptocurrency that you're likely to encounter out in the cryptoverse.
All right.
Okay, so the first of these terms you'll hear a lot is altcoin.
Okay.
This
is that anything that's not Bitcoin?
Exactly, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, spot on.
Bang! Another one. Out of the park. So it's Ethereum. An
Ethereum
altcoin,
is an altcoin.
even though it is
Technically
quite established.
Even though it's very well established and many people believe that it may one day be bigger than Bitcoin, it is still an altcoin, or an alt for short. Some people think that this kind of started as as a sort of pejorative term, as you like, as Bitcoin as being, kind of raining on other coins' parade, just being like, it's an altcoin because it means anything other than Bitcoin.
Yeah.
So it's an alternative coin. I don't think it's an insulting phrase. There are much worse, and another popular term is shitcoin. Again, this sounds pretty self-explanatory, but we do need to give credit where it's due here, I think. So, do you remember we talked about Gavin Andresen in the Bitcoin episodes?
He bought a flat.
What's that?
He bought a flat.
No, that was Marty Malmy.
Oh, okay.
Gavin Andresen was... I'm not sure what he bought with his Bitcoin. I hope he bought something, because he did a lot of work on it. He used the term shitcoin back in 2010 on the Bitcoin Talk forum, which is where we got HODL from, if you remember. Gavin wrote, "If Bitcoin really takes off, I can see lots of get-rich-quick imitators coming on the scene. Gitcoin, Nitcoin, Witcoin, Titcoin, Shitcoin."
I'd invest in Titcoin.
Yeah? You think that's got a future? Interesting. And there are tons of other meme coins, and let's face it, most of them are shit coins. And in fact, many people would say all meme coins are shit coins, and they'd mostly be right. Although, weirdly, the Dogecoin imitator Shiba Inu is actually quite an intriguing project. Right? But both Dogecoin and Shiba Inu have quite a lot of developers actually working on them, and they are trying to do quite a lot of different things.
Do you see about because every time there's a sort of popular cultural phenomenon, the Squid Game coin.
Yeah, that's a classic example of a meme coin, yeah.
Yeah, so something that's popular, because you told me about this, how you could invest in it, but you couldn't get your money out.
Yeah, you could...
So it's like, you can buy these, but you can't, there's no way to sell them?
Yeah, that's right. So you could buy them on some dodgy exchange, or some decentralized exchange, whatever it was, and you couldn't actually sell them. And that's a great example of you've got a shitcoin on your hands. So loads of people bought it, the price went up, and then everyone was like, right, time to sell. It's like, I can't sell. So that's a combination of a meme coin, as in it's taking a popular cultural reference point, like in this case Squid Game, and a shitcoin in that. I mean, this one was an outright scam.
Oh, so it was just a
scam. Yeah. They made up some sort of use case. They said that you were going to be able to
kill people.
Well, yeah,
why would they call it Squid Game? So it's kind of
couldn't quite wrap my head around it for a while. I mean, I think they were talking about running some sort of Squid Game-esque games that you could use this squid token in. And I was like, what, you're trying to do Squid Game for real? I mean, that's not going to go well, is it? So most meme coins are tokens, and certainly all shit coins are tokens.
Reel through some more of these.
Okay, so we had, obviously, and we're playing on the sort of Inu meme here. So we have Hokkaido Inu, Akita Inu, Kishu Inu, Rover Inu, Keanu Inu.
Baby, you remind me of a kiss from a rose on a play. Oh, yeah. Now that your rose is in bloom, a light hits the room on the grey. Is that what it is? A light hits the room. A light hits the gloom on the grey.
Ah. Well, I couldn't have put it better myself, Seal. So, do you remember we talked about doing your own research about DYOR?
Yeah.
Well, that's because there are a lot of people out there who will happily go on the internet and just tell you to buy a particular coin or token because it's going to the moon and it's going to make you rich. Okay? And this sort of person is often described as a shill.
Shill.
Have you heard that term?
Yes.
The term's been around for a long time. Some think it might have Yiddish origins. The traditional definition of a shill is, according to Wikipedia again, a plant or a stooge, a person who publicly helps or gives credibility to a person or organization without disclosing that they have a close relationship with said person or organization. Now, pump and dumps are pretty common, and they're also very tricky to prove. To prove that someone's invested in the coin or that they're being paid to do so, it's not easy. So again, this is another reason why it's so important to DYOR. And also why, I should say, any crypto influencer worth their salt will disclose the fact that they hold a particular coin or token before giving it a glowing review. And this is something I do at the beginning. Whenever I do a deep dive into a project, I always very meticulous about saying whether I hold the coin or token that I'm talking about. Because it's, just for transparency. So as if I do talk very positively about the project, then at least people know that I am invested, that I have skin in the game, although obviously I still try to be objective.
How very honourable of you.
I know. I'm nice like that. Would you do the same? Let's finish off with just two more that are especially popular with, if you like, the kind of geeks out there. Okay, so you might hear the phrase "code is law." Okay, now this refers to the idea that any good cryptocurrency should be governed by computer code alone, basically no human input. And if you remember back to Bitcoin, this is how Satoshi designed it. So no human or even group of humans could realistically gain control of the network. All functions, all the rules of Bitcoin are controlled and regulated by the code that Satoshi wrote. And many hardcore crypto disciples believe that having humans involved at any point is against the spirit in which crypto was conceived. Okay, shall we round things off?
Yeah,
we started with the word that was unique to crypto, hodl. So let's finish with another one. And this one is much less common, but it is biddle.
Biddle.
Have you heard biddle before?
No.
No. So
Build it? No.
Well, it's related to build, yeah.
Okay.
This is a corruption of build, basically spelt B-U-I-D-L. And it means being actively involved in crypto. It's sort of more so than just hodling.
So like a miner or a node, like we were just talking about.
Yeah, they're biddlers. Yeah, but it kind of it extends way beyond that because it could also mean building things useful to crypto as a whole.
Okay. Oh, it's crypto. So yeah. So not just, yeah.
Yeah. So if you're perhaps recording a podcast, telling people all about crypto, we are currently.
We have a little biddle. You were belittling me earlier.
Belittling.
Yeah, where you were patronising me.
Oh yeah,
on a crypto podcast.
Oh, so yeah, I was belittling. Yeah. Oh, very good, very good. Well done. Okay, so that's pretty much the end of the episode, I think. I hope we've shed some light on some of those terms for you. If you have any questions, if there are other terms that we've missed, please do let us know, and we can always update listeners in a later episode, can't we? Because like any language, the language of crypto is evolving all the time. Now, I put together just to finish the episode off. I tried to. I wrote out a sentence in which I squeezed in as many of these terms that we've been talking about as humanly possible. Would you like to hear it?
Yeah.
I mean, that was a rhetorical question. But I thought it would be nice to give you some choice. Listeners at home going, no, I wouldn't.
Well, they can just turn off. I have to sit here and listen to it. I'm contractually obliged. So
you're contractually obliged
enlighten me
to
with
listen to it and enjoy it, or at least look like you enjoy it. Yeah, okay. So I've got diamond hands and I've added laser eyes to my profile to show that I'm going to hodl my sats and not listen to all the FUD or get pumped up on hopium, so I YOLO into some shitcoin which will only get me wrecked by some shill with their pump and dump scheme.
How long did that take you to write?
About a day. Day and a half. Thanks for listening, everyone. We will be back next week. We're going to be talking. I think we're going to be talking about Ethereum next time. Ethereum.
Okay.
You're excited about that one, aren't you?
Yeah. It's a bit more to it than Bitcoin because it was designed that way. From you've alluded to that in a previous episode. That okay, cool. The guy who's invented it was a Bitcoin maximalist, but is now wanting to see a crypto that could do a bit more.
Yeah.
But then that's for next week.
Ethereum is much more in your wheelhouse, isn't it?
Is it?
I think so. I think you're going to enjoy it. There's lots to talk about. So it'll be at least a couple of episodes on Ethereum, I think.
Oh, really?
We're going to dive
well,
deep.
look, I knew quite a bit about Bitcoin. I don't know very much about Ethereum, so let's go.
Soon.
Well, we'll see about that. All right.
Thanks
Bye,
for listening, everyone.
See you next week.